Come on, this has to be it, Leo said as she was hit with a message on his computer saying, "Incorrect password." Ugh, how is this one guy's password so hidden? Leo said to himself as he banged his head on his desk a few times in pure frustration. "So how's the hacking going?" Alex asked Leo as she walked into his workshop, as he called it. This workshop of his was his safe haven, as he called it. It was his place to work on his tech skills, like hacking into someone's information or work on gadgets for special occasions. This this one wannabe has so many layers of security, it would take me months just to find this one weak little password. Leo said in frustration as he shaped his hands into a fist and banged on his computer in pure frustration. "Well, what have you tried so far?" Alex asked. "Simple. Things like important dates, football teams. You get the idea," Leo said as he showed Alex all his previous attempts to crack his password of Wyatt's. "Hmm, one tough cookie. I would think you wrote out names by now," Alex said as she went up to the far end of his room, where there was a hammock, and lay down in it. "I've tried doing his own name. Maybe, maybe it's someone close to him," Leo exclaimed as he proceeded to type out the names of his friends into the password box. But all of them fell short, with the same denied screen he kept seeing. "Ugh, that's everything! Everything!" Leo exclaimed with defeat in his voice. "Maybe try someone even closer to him," Alex suggested. "I think we know who," Leo said as he proceeded to type Tegan's name into the password box. This time, he was met with a different screen, and this screen displayed a password granted box, and within a few moments, Leo had figured his way into Wyatt's home page. "Eureka! Eureka!" Leo said with so much happiness in his voice as he proceeded to jump up and down in his chair. "Congrats. Now can you please find some dirt on this guy?" Alex asked with annoyance in her voice. "Right on that," White said, as he was about to click on his search history when a new message popped up. "Access has expired. Account access has been terminated," Leo said as he tried to close the messages, but they kept coming and coming until they flooded his screen. "Oh no, 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 no! This can't be happening!" Leo basically shouted at this point as he tried to make his way back on the tab, but it was no use. Right when he was about to open his search history, the tab closed, and he was back on his homepage. What happened? Did the hacker fall off? Alex said in a teasing voice of hers, as Leo was in a fury of rage. "That little chump logged into his account, or he used Google or some shit like that," Leo shouted in pure rage. "Well, what does that mean?" Alex asked in a calm voice. "It means that my main account has been terminated from his account, and therefore I can't use this account to hack his," Leo shouted in rage as he stood up and punched his nearby punching bag so hard that it flew upwards towards the ceiling. "So why not use a different account and try to hack it from there?" Alex asked. "The only problem is that I'll need to transfer everything I have on my main account into that one, and that could take me days to do. Weeks even," Leo said as he started to calm down, and his voice sounded a lot calmer than before. "Oh, I have an idea, Alex asked. We break into his house and steal his computer and hack into it from there. That would work. The only problem is that he would be in the house and near his computer for Pete's sake. Leo shouted as Alex didn't even seem to phase for a moment. But we need to take a moment where he isn't at home, Alex said. Yeah, but that's just going to happen, Leo said in a sarcastic voice. I would beg to differ, Alex said as she pointed outside. Leoman opened the back door and saw some sort of ship had crash-landed to the Marston's building. Well, you don't see that every day, Leo said. The ship then proceeded to move out of the building, and right when it zoomed over the streets of MIC, Leo noticed 3 people in the cockpit. One of them he didn't recognize, but he recognized the other 2 people, and they were none other than Wyatt and Tegan. That's our chance, Leo said as he wasted no millisecond to gather all the things he would need for this task. You know I'm coming as well, right? Alex said. I would have made you come anyway, Leo said as the 2 of them made their way to the Magway station. Once they arrived in the front door, they saw that it wasn't packed, but it wasn't empty. With some people doing all sorts of things. There's people inside. That means we can blend in rather well, Alex said. Good idea, Leo said as the 2 walked inside, while being very careful not to get noticed by anyone they knew. Luckily, the 2 didn't recognize any faces in the restaurant. Once they got into the spiral staircase that would lead them to the 2nd floor, they had a situation. Pat was at the register, and if the 2 went up, he would most likely see them and catch them in the act. We need a way to distract that meathead, Leo whispered as he was thinking of ideas. Can't we just throw something at him? Alex suggested. No. None of it could land in the kitchen area, Leo whispered as he thought of more ideas. Oh, I got one. We cause a table to fall over, and he'll run to fix it. And that's when we make our way upstairs, Leo whispered. Okay, but one problem. How are we going to make a table flip over? Alex asked. Simple. I think we need to split up. You find a table far from here and flip it over. Make up whatever, and I'll run up and hack this computer, Leo said. Why do I have to be the base? Alex asked. Just do it because I said so, Leo instructed. Fine, Alex said as she went over to a far table and proceeded to flip it over and ran out of the store. Hey, Pat said as he noticed Alex and tried to chase her. Leo simply let her get away while he went to fix the table. During this, Leo saw his chance and took it as he bolted up the stairs, and just like that, he was now in the Marston's living room. Now where is this boy's bedroom? He said to himself as he looked around the house, room by room, until he reached a room with a good amount of books and a few pictures of Wyatt and Tegan in them. This must be his room, Leo said to himself as he found his computer and proceeded to open it up. Now let's just type in his password and BAM! We are in, Leo said to himself. He was able to pull up his search history, but instead of finding blackmail, he found something even better. He found several college applications and a digital version of a rejected letter from Boulder University. No way. This is perfect. Leo said with a smile on his face. He had finally done it. He could now make Y do whatever he wanted with this information. And even better, he could screw up his application if he didn't apply. He had won. He was now the man in charge, and he was going to do everything he could with his new tool. It was only a matter of time.